Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome Terry holding your space. Hi, Terry.
Good morning. How are you? Or good afternoon, I guess.
It is. It's just afternoon. What a wonderful day it is so far today. And I just want to let everybody know that I attended the event on Sunday evening that Terry I guess you, what would they call it? Not hosted, but you chaired. What did you do to it?
I think I was the guide.
MC? The
Yeah,
guide, the
the
guide,
guide.
yeah.
I'll say that I was the guide for it. Yeah,
Mhm,
I held
mhm.
space for it. So,
And it was really a beautiful event. It was Terry, JJ from Tuta Speaks, and Debbie from Freebird Spirit, and Kevin Healing Medium, and it was a really professional, top notch experience. Very well done. I love I love the open space in between. I love it, and it it was beautiful, and the way it was so gently come back in, and then each of the healers had some offerings, and so gently going from one to the other. How did you guys know when who was going?
you know, um, Kevin is just a mastermind at that. And he pulled it all together and he had everything down to the minute, but we also gave ourselves a lot of space to wiggle and just kind of go with the flow and things came out. I've still got all my post-its on my mirror in front of me. But it was like everything was very fluid, so it was like things turned out at different times and whatnot, and then we thought, but he made it look easy. He was very thoughtful about it. So
Yeah. It was really very well done, very unique. I hadn't experienced anything like that. So just a beautiful blending of each of you had something unique to offer, and it was really very beautiful. I enjoyed it. I really did. And I just want to say hello. It looks like half of the town, half of the community is here. Hello,
yay.
everybody. Hello, everybody. And I just want to say hello to Annie Bear. She was first with her popcorn. Thank you for being here.
Right.
Christine Fryer is here. Nice to see you. Maria is receiving abundance is here. Ness is here. And somebody named Sun Psychic. So this is what we're going to be. I know that you can't do all of these, but what we'd like to do is offer messages from your loved ones, and if you would, we just ask you to share their name and relation, like your grandfather Joe, something like that. If you would like a message from a pet that is crossed over, just the name and type of pet. And if you we're doing messages from your spirit guides, angels, goddesses, ascended masters, mermaids, fairies, oh, and galactic council and mysterious experiences, things that go bump in the night. You want to ask us about it? We're all open.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's all on the table. I love that about you, Jean. You can read on anything. It's like I remember one time we got together and we decided to do the banyan tree in Lahaina. And that was so powerful because it was just fluid and spur of the moment. And it was like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was it was an honor. It could because I haven't done it. I didn't do it live, but I have connected to trees before in the past, and that I think I told the story at that time, and I'd love to do that. So to be able to do that live on air, it was such a treat and so spontaneous, and it was almost like they were calling us. Things don't come from us; they come through us. So I love that, and the more you realize and allow that to happen and to go with that flow, it's really such a it's just an honor for sure.
It so is, and we all raise each other's vibration, which is huge. And you just bringing that in, and then your guides and my guides, and in particular, the chat and their guides, their teams are here too. So it just all feeds on each other, and your palms start to palpitate. It's like whoa.
Healing turns on. The
Yeah,
healing turns on.
it really does.
I love the way that the entire community is lifted, whether you're watching now or later. It's definitely raises your vibration, and the more you can raise your vibration on a regular or routine basis, it's almost like not exactly like, but it brings it helps you to the frequency to hold at that higher frequency just a little bit easier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it really does.
'Cause
It
you
really does.
recognize the energy.
Yeah, and when one or more gather, right? And that just is a huge thing. The community is so amazing. So,
Yeah,
mm,
and like you said, I don't know, are you guys gonna do a review, or did you? I don't hope I didn't miss it, of how you thought, or maybe have a couple of people talk about how you thought that the event went, like a recap of the event, because I know there was a lot of, content providers and healers there in the audience.
there were, yeah, there were a lot of yogis and gurus and healers, and it was just, yeah. So that energy made it huge. We haven't talked about that, but yeah, we could. That's a great idea.
Shamans, there were shamans. I mean, it
Shamans.
was and you could it was really a fun not a fun. It was really a beautiful experience, and I really I kick myself sometimes if I don't get the opportunity to get in on the first one. When somebody is offering something for the first time, there is a magic. There is a magic that happens that you just can't reproduce. I mean, I know it's going to probably happen again, but that first time is always like some of the most magical experiences for me.
It
Um,
is. It is, and it's, it's affordable. It's $11 or it was $11, and we offer scholarships.
mhm.
And it's just like, and it's just kind of an exchange of interesting of, energy, pardon me. Um, and it was, really, special. Yeah, but we're definitely gonna do it again.
Good.
So,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think so.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we're just still on a high with it. It was amazing. So,
Yeah.
speaking of which, I went to see some music last night, and that gives me another high. And it's like, I felt like when I came home last night, I my daughter and her boyfriend were watching a show, and I walked in and I started talking to them at a million miles a minute. I sounded like one of my kids coming home from a concert years ago, and it was just like, it's nice to do all those different things and act like a little kid, and I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, well, you were saying, was it what type of music was it? Was it reggae music?
It was, a band called March 4th, and I think there's 25 of them, and there's jugglers, there's people with, those lit up, stilts and all sorts of things, and dancers and acrobats, and it's kind of like a carnival. Um,
Oh,
and they're all dressed up in all different outfits, but the first thing they did was say an intention, and they wanted everybody there to do an intention. And then they sang and then they did a song that was a meditation song. And then they started in with all the fun stuff. But I was like,
wow.
"These are our people." I didn't know it that they were our people, but they're our people. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was a really beautiful thing.
That's amazing. It's and, more and more people I was telling Terry that I go to these psychic fairs, and people come in and they sit down and they're just, ordinary, everyday, people walking in from the street, and they come in and they sit down, and they're like, they tell me about an experience or something that they saw or something that they've heard, or what does it mean when you can hear your loved ones, that have already crossed over? I'm like, what? And they're like, this is not they don't study it, they're not into it, and it's like they're coming here for the first time and asking their spiritual questions. There's just a lot of people coming online and opening up, and their awareness is opening up. I think
Yeah,
is that's I like that word too.
yeah.
Hello to everybody, Randy and Lori and Ness and Christine and Jill and Maria and Linda is here. Linda got a squeeze from me. She came to see me, and I have a picture to prove it. She came to our the psychic fair. It was so fun. And Randy is here. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Marby, I'm like scrolling down. Deanne is here. Deanne DFL Rocks. So nice to see you. How
Oh,
nice. Imagine Brenda. Wow. You should invite those people from the band to come on, right?
right? They were amazing. Oh, Dr. Gale's here too. Yay.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi,
Gail.
Dr. Gail. So nice to see you.
At the beach.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nice to see she's back on the East Coast again. So now the US isn't like this, it's back like this again.
Get that balance done, right? Yeah.
I know. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm over here chatting. Let me see what I can
Okay.
I have Evelyn is here. Hi, Evelyn. And
Hey,
let's get
Evelyn.
started. Evelyn says, "May I have a message from my mom? Her name was Cecilia. I think she's sending messages to me." Aw.
And that's what you just talked about. That's what spirit works like, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
She's already hearing him, Evelyn. I love that.
Wow. Cecilia. I hope I'm saying that right.
So Celia, she's bringing in, or I'm sorry, Evelyn. So Celia is bringing in first of all, she has like kind of a perfume or a flowery smell about her. And she's bringing in, it's like a wreath. It could have been a pastry that she made. It could have been wreaths that she made. And it's got something on top of it. Almost looks like flowers, or it could be powdered sugar or something like that. So I don't know if she made something like that, but she's just bringing it up to me. She's coming in with like a lot of love. It could have been a cake even. So she's kind of forming it into a cake or a hat. Oh my gosh. So it's just this incredible piece. Um, and she's talking about your not just your crown chakra, but the other chakras that are opening up around your head. And so like kind of a beam of light, like your these things are opening up and you're going to be feeling her. I think, does it feel like she's coming in on this side, which would be that side on you? So that would be your left side, Evelyn. But do you feel that, Jean?
I
It
feel them come on my right side.
Yeah, and it feels like she's coming in, but it feels like Evelyn, you might be able to feel her there. She loved hats and those silk flowers. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So and so she's making a point of that. I don't know if she did parties like the what was that derby, the Kentucky Derby they just had. So
Mhm.
she's just acknowledging parties and that church, things like that. Um, and do you have some of her hats, Evelyn? She wants you to have a lovely time and have a lot of joy in your life. But it feels like you got some hats, and she's showing me something on the ears too. So I don't know if that's earrings that you have from her or some jewelry, but she wants you to have fun with that. Oh, you don't have them. Yeah. But she's just acknowledging that she wants you to go out and do nice things for yourself, gift yourself. So, but she's also talking about this big opening that you have coming up, Evelyn.
Oh,
So, all right.
wow. Very nice. Very nice. Thanks, Terry. And so Evelyn, what I was picking up for you is that your mom is coming in with mothering advice. And she wants to remind you of the divine feminine goddess that's inside of you. And she wants you to remember this aspect that you have this unspoken strength and ability inside of you that is almost innate that she wants to remind you about this divine feminine goddess that you are, that is inside of you. She wants you not to sweat the small stuff. I know that you have a young child, and she wants you to open up and allow yourself some time to connect to the other side, not her specifically, I mean, her, but also to your own divine feminine, to your own divine goddess inside of you. She wants you to allow time to connect to that, to your higher self, it's also called, to that divine spark that's inside of you. And she doesn't want you to sweat the small stuff. There's some things that's sort of like, you know how they say some people can push our buttons. There, she's like, that's all like noise. It's all like you could just let that go and try not to let that affect you, and sort of take a higher perspective. But this is all mothering advice, and I love the way that she's reminding you about this divine feminine that's inside all of us, that we all have this aspect of this strength, this stability, this you know uh, steadiness inside of us. But that's what she's saying. She's saying, straighten up, sit upright. You know how moms
What was
can
that
be.
song? Straighten Up and Fly Right?
Yep.
I love that
Yep.
song.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
beautiful message, she
You're
says.
welcome, Evelyn. All the
Beautiful,
best to
Evelyn.
you.
Yeah.
Aw. Yep.
Amazing energy, very flowery, very, yeah,
I got the chills several times on that. Your mom's
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Wonderful. Um, okay, so let's see. We have um, Pooja is here, and Pooja says after her father's death in 2016, there was some problem because uh, I don't know, with my family. Uncle regarding a property. Now he's taking legal action against us. Any message regarding this situation from my father? You know, what I've understood from our loved ones on the other side, Pooja, is they've often said that what property and what material things they've had here in this world is almost like the one, somebody's loved one told me that it's like a game of Monopoly, and they fold the game and they put the lid on and they pushed it back under the couch. Like it's only a game now. They don't really, it's not really important to them what happens to their things or what doesn't happen to their things. They may have had that wish when they were here because they were still in this human perspective, but now they really don't. And all they want you to do is what makes you happy. I had another client who said, my mother, I want to keep my mother's things, but there's so many things, I hate to get rid of them. And the mother came through and said, they're no longer my things, they're your things, and only keep what makes you happy. If you want to keep everything, keep everything. If you don't like anything and it's not your style, then get rid of it if it makes you happy. So what the point of the story is your father wants you to do what makes you happy. If it makes you happy to fight for it, then fight for it. If it makes you happy just to say, you know what, uncle, you're being greedy, have it and be done with it so that you have peace of mind, then that's what he wants you to be happy. He wants you to but don't try to understand that it's not his disappointment on the other side if things don't go the way he said in the beginning. It's not, they really just don't have that attachment to it. Do you have anything to add to that, Teri?
Yeah, she was saying it feels like that at first, but it's the darkness that brings the light after. I don't know what that was about, but I love that. It's kind of a Rumi quote,
Mm.
isn't it, in a roundabout way. I love that. Um, so it's Pooja. Yeah, they don't have anything going on with that, and but he did mention boundaries for you. He wants you to make sure that you're clear on your boundaries. And if you need boundaries against family members or with not against, but with family members, that's a healthy thing. And your life contract, You're not the parent to other people in your family. You are the parent to your children, and he was the parent to you. And to acknowledge those boundaries, you don't have to take care of everybody, and you don't have to take care of that property unless you want to. He is showing me a cup, and that cup at the beginning was kind of half full, but then it grew and grew and grew. So he acknowledges that prosperity is yours, and it's just energy. And when Jean was talking about the game of Monopoly and playing with it, it's just energy to play with. So there, unless that um, land for some reason is something that like means something in your heart when you go there. But if you go there and you're just going to have a darkness because it's going to remind you about, these ties that everybody was picking over it. Then he's just saying, oh, just close that door if you don't want it. But remember your boundaries.
Yep. Yep. And Pooja, you can contact me if you want. We can go into that a little bit more in a private. I think would be best. I know that you're needing some more details there. But thank you very much for your question, and we wish you the best. Yep. Okay, so let's see who we have here. So Imagination Brenda, or Imagine Brenda T, is here, and she says, "May I have a message from my mom, Flora?" And she passed 5 years ago. Thanks for being here, Imagine.
You're so welcome, Pooja. Brenda, your mom's coming in with a lot of water. So I don't know if she was a Pisces or what, but or if she's wanting you to drink more water. But I feel like this could be a few things. This water, it can be healing, and it can be imagination. And Brenda, you're a shaman, aren't you? So I think that's probably what it is. So she's coming in with all this energy, this healing energy for you. And she's acknowledging that you work with energy. You're an energy worker. So it feels like there's a new type of energy that you're going to be working with. I don't know if it's Reiki, Brenda, or shamanic energy, but you have some new gifts coming up, and they're showing me just different rays of energy coming in with that, different colors, different frequencies that you're attuning to.
Interesting. So Brenda, I was picking up for your mom. She has a lot to say. She has a strong opinion, and she said that when she was coming up, she was thought it was best to follow the norm and to go with the societal expectations, and sometimes that went against her better judgment. And she said, now is you have the opportunity to use your better judgment and to stand in your authenticity and to make those decisions that you feel are best for you and for the community around you. I do feel her being sort of like out, she colored outside the lines, but if somebody was saying, "Oh, Flora, you're outside the line," she'd be like, "No, I'm not, I'm here," like she would play the game, but she would be outside the lines. She always wanted to be outside the lines. She was very curious, she was very smart, she knew more, she had a good sense of reading people as well. She could tell, and I feel like you may have this as well, and this is where you get it from, is what she's saying. But she is quite intelligent, and I don't know. She would be able to get things to as a result in her favor, and it was all through not outsmarting, but by not letting people get away with things. I hope this makes sense to you. But she feels like she gives me this sense of Erin Brockovich. Like, I know you, I see you, I know what you're doing. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. And she would pull back the curtain and say, look at the man behind the curtain. Don't be fooled by all this. Like, she knew, she was smart. She could see people for who they were. She was not afraid. So she enabled things to work for her by seeing clearly. Um, and this is what she's saying, that she followed the norms of society, and she had to sometimes go against her better judgment. And she says, now's the time to follow your better judgment and to follow your own instincts there. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Shine, 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 Brenda.
She said, yes, that was great. Thank you. Okay, good. So she's really coming through strong, telling you. So I'm not sure what's going on, but that's what she wanted to say. But thank you. Thank you for everybody's here, and Leah is here, and Warrior Girl is here. So nice to see you. And Liz is here, Pisces Greeter, Teresa. I told you the whole gang is here.
Here. Everybody's here.
So nice to see you. Yeah.
Leslie says she met Erin Brockovich. Wow.
Who did?
Hypnicity.
You are kidding.
I love
Wow.
that. I love that. Right?
Oh, here she is. Wow.
Yeah. Inspiring.
Wow.
I bet.
Yeah. She should, well, yeah. Well, there's and I think this is a divine feminine goddess kind of a day, because this is the energy that I feel inside of me. Maybe it's coming from my ancient medallion. What do you guys think?
That
I
is
don't know
so
if it's
beautiful.
it's pretend, but we should all do that, right?
I love it.
The warrior inside of us. I just feel really inspired and motivated here.
Yeah.
So with that said, I have Rishi here. Hi, Rishi. Are you still here? Can you just say hi? Because I know you were here earlier. I don't know if you're work lurking, and if not, I'll go back to somebody else. But Rishi, just say hi. Yes, Jen, I see you. Okay, let me tell you who I have. I have Susie 007, and then Jen, and then Hypnicity after Rishi. Yep, Rishi. Good job. So
Yay.
he says, can I have a message from my guides, please? So nice to see you, Rishi. So I'm hearing right away they want you to take care of yourself. They want you to put yourself first and take care of your heart, soul, and spirit. Body, mind, and spirit. And they want you to work on balancing your energy. I'm not sure if you have, if you play cricket, or if you do, walking, hiking, it's something like this, but they want you to work on, um, and this helps your mind. This helps your mind. It helps everything, and your spirit. So this is what I'm feeling for you is work on that balance. How about you, Teri?
They're singing that song. What is that? Run free. I don't know. But those are the words that are coming in. I don't think those are the words of the song, but
Born free, maybe.
yeah, it's born free, but they're saying run free. So Rishi, I don't know if you run or if there's a place where you go to at night that like just brings you so much energy and you soar through it. The first thing they showed me, Rishi, were numbers, like programming, perhaps. So perhaps you're reprogramming yourself or you're physically doing IT or program work. But they're showing me this programming and it goes round and round and that you can work with it and manifest with it. But they're also showing me a tree for you. And I love that you talked about healing and taking care of yourself, Jean, because, trees are such nurturers, right? They nurture the forest, they nurture everything around them. They give root and help the soil, and then they grow, and the birds feed there. And then they showed me that tree growing fruit, and they were talking about you being fruitful, that by taking care of yourself, you can produce more. Also, you're going to be given gifts with that somehow, like, these trees to nurture your soul, nurture your body, nurture your family. Um, anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful message for you, Rishi. So,
It really is. And Rishi, if you don't mind, I want to share with Terry that one time I was doing a reading for him and he was asking about family. And I think he was talking about his own immediate family, like siblings and parents. And I saw that he had a little daughter in the future. And I saw this little daughter running around 4 years old with his beautiful eyes. And I said, this daughter is going to be his daddy's girl the whole rest of her life. And I'm like, oh my, I felt the love and I couldn't believe it. It was such a beautiful, and I don't get like future things or prediction things, but I just saw his daughter and I just can't wait for the day. Rishi, you're going to call me up. You're going to say, Miss Jean, do you remember the day you said?
yeah. Wow. That's amazing.
it
That's
was
a
so,
beautiful vision.
it was beautiful. It really was. And those things that like impact our heart, we don't forget them. We'll forget all the other readings, but things that really impact our heart. And I saw her and it was really a beautiful experience. Thank
Aw,
you for being here, Rishi.
yeah.
We appreciate you. And so it was Susie 007, then Jen, then Hypnicity, and I have several others, but we're just going to do a couple at a time. Aw.
Mm,
Yes, he remembers that reading too. See, here,
yeah.
let me just pop. See, it was really impactful. Yep, it put a smile on his face. Oh,
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 yeah.
you don't know if Susie is still here? Is she work lurking?
I don't know. Susie, are you still here, dear?
Hmm. There
Yep.
she is.
There she is.
She's probably driving and typing.
And at a fair and buying toys and selling them. She's a busy cookie.
I know. Uh, Maternal grandfather, Albert.
Was he from the old country, Albert, Susie? Um, or lived in the country? Something about the old country. So it feels like he had deep roots. Um, and when you first said Albert, I got that old Albert pipe smell. So yeah, he was from the old country. Yeah, yeah, and he's acknowledging that. And I feel like everything was kind of scrubby Dutch. Like everything had a place with him. Um, that things were, everything was taken care of and compartmentalized. Um, and and that you've kind of got he's liking that you kind of have that from him, that work ethic, that being able to take care of things and look at the big picture. So he's talking about the big picture there, and he's saying he probably sweated the small stuff more. Prince Albert, your ethnicity's uncle smoked that. Well, maybe he's coming in too then, but that um, he's talking about the big picture and that to have fun. And I know you take time to have fun and enjoy things, but he's talking about kind of looking at the big picture of stuff, and he probably um, did a little too much and didn't take enough time for himself. He's acknowledging, and he wants to make sure that you're doing that for yourself.
Wow, that was beautiful. Okay, so Susie 007, I am picking up your grandfather Albert, and he's saying that he was a hard worker. He loved to work on projects. He was busy, and he also feels very smart to me, and the sense of he had an awareness, and he had like common sense. He had very good common sense, very good practical intelligence, is what I'm feeling. And I feel as though he was very loving and kind. And I felt like he was telling me that he hung around your mom. So I'm not sure if he hung around your mom to help your mom, to help out with your mom, or if he hung around your mom because maybe his wife had predeceased him and he was single. So your mom and him were together a lot because she was watching after him for a while. But he's saying that he was present in the family, and it was almost like you had a living grandfather, or he was there around you a lot. And your mom really needed him. Him and your mom were very good at communicating, and the relationship was more of like a friendship and an appreciation and a respect for one another. He's just telling me that he's telling me that character and how we treat each other is very important, and this is what he cultivated in his life. I don't know. He's telling me something about. Did she say anything about him? Um,
He was
no.
from the old country, that's all I got. Yeah.
Okay.
She must be
Um,
busier on or in the car.
mhm. Um, just I just want to make sure that he was hanging around your mom. He's saying him and your mom were really good friends. I'm not even sure if they could have even worked together or something. Like they could have been responsible for each other for some reason. I'm not sure if your mom separated or didn't have a male figure in her life, and that's why he was around, or if he lost his spouse, and that's why, yeah, like he came around more. There was something about that they supported one another, and they had more than just a father and daughter relationship, which you then benefited from. And it was like this honor and respect, and this respecting each other. There's something about that. And he taught your mom, and your mom taught him. Like there was this, it was a very much of a yin yang. I'm not sure if your grandfather was young when he had your mom, but or when your mom was born. But there's something about that they were really good friends, two peas in a pod, and you really benefit. There was support when my mom got divorced. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But he's just saying that. Is there anything else for Susie? He wants you to know that he's very proud of you, and he's saying you do work very hard. He's saying he wants you to work that hard at taking care of yourself and making yourself happy, finding joy. He says you're a very hard worker. He wants you to work that hard at making yourself happy. Make sure you at least do at least what you do for other people, you do for yourself. Like make sure that balance is there. He wants you to make sure that he said, take care of you for me. Take care of you for me. And he just wants to thank you.
Yeah, yeah, he keeps showing me him tinkering with things, Susie, and that you're kind of that tinkerer spirit too. You get her done. So,
I know, Susie, it's hard to, I just want to show everybody that her response there. Yeah, well, thank you very much. And sometimes there's a little bit of a lag too, so that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So that was very nice, quite deep. Sometimes it takes a little while for people to come in and build
Mhm.
up that energy to get that message. So Jen is here, and then Hypnicity, and then we have Mona, because Mona is new.
Jen, any message from your mom, Diane? Did she die in 1942, honey?
I think that was her birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, because Jen is only 29 years old, right,
oh,
Jen?
that was a long time ago, girl. Yeah,
Jen, we know.
born.
She
Okay.
said it was her birthday.
Well,
Um,
my brain's in a place that doesn't make a lot of sense to things that live in spirit right now.
I know. That's all right. her mom, Diane.
She's acknowledging a car, Jen, and driving. So I don't know if you had to do a lot of driving or she had to do a lot of driving, but something about a vehicle, as my late husband used to call him. Something about a vehicle and traveling, but and moving, but also, when we talk about a vehicle, we also talk, oh, you need a car. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah. So get her on it. They won't do for you unless you tell them you want it because we're on a free will planet and you're moving. Okay, because it's kind of a truck. So yeah, it looks like a Hummer almost. But so there is a vehicle coming in for you, Jen, in that move, and get her on it. You also have somebody over there on the other side, a male figure that can help with that knew about vehicles, because she's like, I'm going to bring in so and so. I don't know if it was her uncle or somebody, but somebody's coming there that can help you with this. So this is going to be a really good move. You're moving with Sherry, okay, and your dad Ralph. Yeah. So Ralph's going to be a big help to that. So make sure that you write down what you want from them, or the most beneficial outcome, or the universe can bring something better, or for the good of all concerned. You can do all three of those things, right? But most beneficial outcome really suits everything. And I do see a vehicle coming in, and that move for you. Yeah, and they're happy to help with it. He built race cars. Yeah, because they keep showing me the car. They won't let that car go. So, and it's kind of, a Hummer is like, that's a pretty special car, but there's something coming in for you with that vehicle. So, I feel like you're going to get it and ask them to help you with it, and that's going to be manifested. So, sorry,
Wow.
they won't let go of the car.
Well, if you don't mind, Terry, I got a little hit off of your reading when you were
Yeah,
saying when you
please.
were saying it was a Hummer. Perhaps they're suggesting that she does some sort of an Om meditation of some sort, or a binaural beats, or like that vibration, that humming, almost like a cat's purr or something. Like there is a vibration or a hum or a frequency or a vibration that they want you to focus on. That's what you, when you kept saying Hummer, I'm like, they're saying something about humming, a
Yeah,
hum. There's something about a hum, and they want you to listen to your body. They want you to listen to the instincts that you feel in your body and your body's response. And your mom is really very proud of you, and she's really very proud of your the disposition that you carry on of, this too shall pass, and this come what may. And I don't know, there's a strength inside of you that you're not going to let anything get the better of you. Like you're going to make it through. There's this like little fighter inside of you, and she's just really proud of you. Not, and she says that she does wish that she was here to help you, but she wants you to rely on what she's taught you earlier in life. She does say that she just misses the golden years that you could have had together, and the opportunity to get to know one another in that way. But she just wants you to know that you have what it takes inside of you, and almost attitude and your outlook will carry you through it. And this, looking at the bright side of things. Let me see if she's saying anything else. She's saying something about leaving that, it caused a lot of turmoil and upheaval. I don't know if you had to move at that time or something happened where it like uprooted you or changed things for you at that time. But she's just saying that she's proud of you. She is there with you, working with you, and she wants you to continue on, forge on.
Oh, your brother took her away. Yeah. She's still acknowledging like a pain in your heart or some grief there. So right now it's like an excellent time to manifest. I think it's a new moon, right? And um, so if you can release, and you release whatever you want to release, nobody can tell you what to release, but do a release and then do an intention, and then bring it into a big trick to manifesting is bringing in something physical. Never grieve to hold together, everyone together. Yeah, I hear you, honey. I was there too. So I'm so sorry for that. So being selfless is not what we're here to do. They say it's service to others, but the highest service to others is service to self. When you take care of Jen, and you hold Jen in that light, because she's mentioning your heart space, and she brings in high heart love to you in the back of your heart space. So you're going to feel a spot on your shoulders. I wonder if anybody else can feel this right now, but it's like there's a spot between your shoulder blades, kind of, is that called your scapula, where your angel wings would grow? But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, she kind of massages you there, and I feel like she's on your right side a lot, standing behind you, helping. So yeah, it's this is your time, Jen. This is your time. And again, spirits acknowledging borders and your life contract. What role are you playing? Are you taking care of everybody else? Or are you taking care of Jen? So, and if we've got young kids, yeah, of course we're going to take care of them. But um, you might find yourself taking care of your siblings and other people and other things. Yeah. Oh, you knew that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Beautiful energy, Jen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for validating that. And your mom is a beautiful soul for sure, and she's definitely right there with you. So thank you very much, Jen. Um, so let's see. After we have hypnicity, and after hypnicity we have Mona. And you have another show tonight, don't you, Teri?
I do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on. I actually might have two more. Mark might be on. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten back. He hasn't gotten back to me, but I heard he had some jaw problems. Not to give all his information to everybody, but that's what somebody said this morning, that he had a hard time yesterday. So we'll see. I'm waiting to hear back from him, but and then I'll be on Allie's channel, Heart and Soul Connected tonight, and we'll be doing the dreams and vision.
Wow.
So,
Wonderful. So, yeah, we just want to be respectful of your time. So,
oh,
we have hypnicity and then Mona. So, let's see. Hypnicity says, today is my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Uh, he would have been 102 today. His name is Fred. Any messages from him or his ancestors?
he's okay. This is going to sound silly, hypnicity, but Fred is showing me like a sandwich. And you can eat over there, right? When we leave here, maybe they don't digest it like we do, but because they don't get any weight. But he's just showing me that he still has a lot to eat. So and first it started out like a hot dog hypnicity, and then it turned into like more of a sandwich, more like a something on a ciabatta roll or something. But it's definitely on, or even on a baguette, but something crusty and like a man's sandwich. So so he's bringing that in. He didn't cook much, but he made great sandwiches. Yeah. So he's acknowledging that, and he can still make great sandwiches over there. So it's like he gets together with the guys. I don't know if he played poker or cards with people, but he's showing me maybe they're playing bocce ball or something. But they're throwing balls around and they're playing cards. He's got his group, kind of like around a coffee urn or something. But he's got his group together, um, and he hangs out with other family there too. But yeah, and wow, 102 today. That's just an amazing number 3, right? So he's bringing in a lot of energy for you, Hypnicity. He's talking about how proud of you he is, obviously, but he's also showing me a portal you can step through, and that you are stepping through. So and he's acknowledging that there's ancestral things here that you're healing, also that there's ancestral things here for descendants that you're healing. So yeah. Always the heel of the French bread. Yeah. Crusty bread's good bread, man. That's old world, right? That was my family too. Yeah.
Wow.
Love
That
that.
was great.
Okay.
Wow. She said, and she was the baby.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
Beautiful.
hypnicity, I'm not sure if this makes any sense to you, but I see his eyes and I see like bushy eyebrows, but his eyes were very they had a lot of information behind his eyes. He's showing me his eyes and he's showing me his eyebrows, and he's saying that he does watch over you, and that energy that you felt when you looked into his eyes, or that you when he would either explain something or ask you something or say something, there was something in his eyes and that you felt that connection. And he's saying that that same connection is still there. That connection has not broken. That same connection, when you looked into his eyes and you could see his soul, because you two had that connection together. He's telling me that he wasn't as aware as you are today, but he did have that soul connection, that innate ability that he just carried, that innate wisdom that he carried around with him in this world. But he's saying, don't doubt that energy, and remember that same energy that you felt when you looked into his eyes and you could feel that connection with him is still going on the other side. The energy is still there. He's very proud and very happy that you have this ability to tap into your own family and your ancestors and the work that you're doing and the depth of awareness that you have. He's saying he didn't have 1/10 of that, but he's saying that he knew that it ran deep in his soul, and he knew that he felt things and sensed things, but he didn't have like the language or the ability to share as much as you do. I feel as though he was spiritual, but a little bit religious, but a little bit more spiritual, and he had like that kind of language. But he's just saying that the magnificence and the ability, or the availability that you have to express this, is really warming his heart. And he sees that your light is growing, is shining, and getting brighter and brighter. He can see your light, and it's almost like easier to communicate with the energies because your light is lifting. Wow.
She said
Wow.
he had baby blues, and she thinks he saw my mom the last time he looked at me. Love that.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah.
there.
There's a connection there.
Uh-huh.
So when our friends on the other side have a holiday or an anniversary, it's an excellent time to manifest hypnicity. So whether it's anniversary of a death or anniversary of a birth, both the
Hmm.
same in their eyes.
Oh, good. Look at, she said, we never attended church, but we prayed every night for good health. There
Oh,
you go. That's
that's on
cute.
it. Yeah. This is so much fun, Jean. See, I can do this with Jean all day, every day.
I'm so glad that you're enjoying yourself. I'm so glad. And yep, we're coming up. So let's see. So Mona is here and she says, "Hello, Jean and Teri. This is my first time I'm watching you. Can you please tell me which month I will get possession of my flat, please? Thank you." So I guess her apartment, if she's looking for a new apartment, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mona, just say hello and let us know that you're still here. And I should have asked that a second ago, but I don't know. Did anybody see Mona recently? Um, uh, and if not, um, and I do also have. Did I see T Lynn? Is T Lynn still here? I know. I should have said it. Oh, Mona's here. Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Mona. So that'll be it for today is Mona. So let's see which month she'll be getting her flat.
It feels like, Mona, in the next 3 months, you'll be getting it. God, this keeps coming up. It's like there's one more thing that you have to dot or sign. Another thing. I don't know if it's going to be a warranty deed or something that wasn't disclosed or something with the title commitment, which I'm assuming you're probably either in Canada or the UK, since you're calling it a flat. But one more thing you have to sign or look at. There's also another variable. Are you still looking? Because you might find something else. But so be sure that you want that one. But yeah, it feels like in the next 3 months. That's what the pendulum says right now. So
I was picking up somewhere around August or September, but let me see. What is it? June, July, August. So that would fit.
Yeah,
that would fit. Oh, she's in India.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, nice. Namaste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. There might be one other thing that comes up, and there might be one right around the corner from it too. They're acknowledging, Mona. So I don't know if there's one right around the corner that you're also looking at, or if there's two available in the same complex. But
yeah. It wasn't. It was sort of like it wasn't very clear because I was getting yeses and nos, almost a little bit of conflicting. But so I was just focusing on the one that you were talking about. But yeah, so it said August and maybe around September. But I think you'll know or something. But let us know. You'll have to come back and tell us
yeah,
when you're in your new place.
it feels like there's a lot of greenery around it, really beautiful gardens or something there, Mona. But it looks beautiful. Yeah, you're gonna like it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming and being here for the first time watching us.
Yeah,
Thank you very
Mona.
much for asking a question. Will it be good for her? Let me just check the energy. Well, the greenery, do you like greenery around it? Do you have a roommate also? I think it'll take you a little while to make it your own. You'll have to reconfigure things and maybe paint or something. Um, but you'll as soon as you put your own touch on it, the energy will come in. Like bring in your energy, bring in all of your favorite things, and surround yourself with all of your favorite things. It may be a work in progress, but I think that you'll yeah, I think you'll it'll it'll become a good place for you, if that makes sense. The energy. How about you, Teri?
Yeah, Ganesh is coming in, Mona. Lord Ganesh. So Yeah. There'll be prosperity there. So, yeah, it's got beautiful energy. Either that one or the one around the corner. Either one would be great for you. So it's like you have another opportunity. They keep showing me. So you could take either one and it'd be great. But there's going to be a lot of growth for you there.
Mhm. Yeah, like you might have to remodel or something. I see somebody else's smell or somebody else's decor or somebody else's, energy, and you'll have to get all that out and put your own energy in. But
Yeah.
all the best to you, Mona. Thank you very much for being here and asking your question. And I just want to thank Teri for coming and having a fun show together. And she is the busiest lady on in the community. I think she had 3 and 4 shows a day. But thank you very much for your time and for
Oh,
coming. We will be back together again. And like Teri said, she'll be on this evening, possibly with Mark the Spirit Whisperer, and then on her dream show. Is that correct?
yeah. With Allie Heart and Soul Connected, and it'll be at 8 o'clock Central. And there's quite a few gifted readers there, but the fabulous bookers are there. Peter and Carolyn. Have you met them before?
Yeah, they're famous, aren't they? Yeah.
They are. They're world famous and they are incredible mediums. And if you've got any questions about a vision or an apparition, is it called an apparition when somebody appears? I don't know. I can't remember.
Sounds like that anyway.
Something like that, right? So
Apparition, maybe.
apparition, that's it, that's correct. So, they're the people, they're like the stars. So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
That is fun. It's a lot of fun.
What about
So
you? What are you doing?
I will be back on, let me just see what my calendar shows me. I will be back on Friday, and that will be with Ginger Faye from Ginger Faye Tarot, and her and I are having a show together on Friday, and then on Saturday I'll be doing a show with Daphne. And Daphne Gilman is a Reiki master and a sound healer, and we're going to be talking about spirit guides and how to call in specific spirit guides for specific um, tasks. And it's going to be a lot of fun. She's an amazing, intuitive individual, so I love chatting with her. And yeah, so it's going to be a lovely week. And I see Christine was saying thanks, Teri and Jean. Thank you, Christine, and thank
You're
you, everybody.
welcome.
And she's saying thanks to all the chatters. Yes, thank you very much for everybody who put their questions in, everybody who had their questions answered, and those who did not. Everybody who's watching now, who's watching later, we just really appreciate it so much. It's a beautiful community, and it's beautiful to see the blooming and the growing and the evolution happening within the entire community.
Yeah, yeah. It is, it's beautiful, and you and Daphne together, that's a great combo. She has such soft, beautiful energy. So,
That's right. You know her. That's right. That's right.
yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's
We had a
incredible.
lot of fun with the flower essences when she came on. That was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Her and I did a show together about the flowers and flower essences, and
Yeah,
it was very highly elevated and something new and different. It was very inspiring. So if you get a chance, go back. Maybe I'll pop it on and connect it to this show for you guys too.
love
All
that.
right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.